time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, the first Power Hour of 2025. Happy New Year. S&P down 25, NASDAQ down 85, Russell down 6, Dow is down 207. Gold up 1%, silver up over 2%, notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. Oil up 2%, natural gas up 0.5%. Soybeans and corn finished green, wheat down 1%, euro and the pound down 1%, Bitcoin up over 4.5%. And the VIX is up almost 5% at 18.18. Getting a little relief bounce after the bloodbath we've seen today. We're back almost up to the expected move area. I've got my BIX, which I just got stopped on a call side, so I'm up a couple hundred on those. I just did the PM tranches, 4 PM tranches. I was having a little technical difficulties this morning, so I think I actually benefited from that without doing the AM tranches. So a little bit green. And then on my price action BIC, just did 1 tranche. And I've still got 1 left, up currently about 1,400 on that one. This is the one I've got left. It's at about, I don't know, 75%-ish. I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit. I did a 1 DTE, and with the crazy action this morning, I went ahead and took off the risk and turned it into a risk-free downside vertical, which is looking good. So it's got a minimum profit of 435, max of 1,935 if it closes tomorrow below 58.45. And I did a when we started to base here, I really was looking at the daily chart on SPX for that VRR I put on. We kind of came down to that low that we saw on 1220 and started to kind of bounce. And so I entered this bullish VRR. It looks like this. And then I just, right before I jumped on here, I just transformed one of the 2 contracts to remove the risk. And so if we close above 58.70, that would hit max today. I'll decide what I want to do with my last one here in the next hour. And I believe that is it. Oh, I did 1 day trade in NVIDIA. I posted in the day trading chat. NVIDIA was up, I think it was up like 4% at this time. It pushed up above the highs of day, above Tuesday's highs. And so when it started to pull back here, I got long for an upside continuation runner. It bounced. I took some profits. It came back down. I re-entered. It bounced. I took some profits. And then it came back down. I re-entered 1 more time. And when it broke down below Tuesday's high, which was kind of my line in the sand, I just closed it out. So I ended up booking a small profit overall on that one. And I think that is it for me today. Chad, how's your day?
Pretty good, really. 1 DT, I hit my 25%, and then on that flush, closed out of it. It ended up being a scratch trade. My AM number 1 booked 20 and 40, And then my last two got stopped out on that push down. Then once the price consolidated, I re-entered. And my lunchtime number one got 20, 40, 60 and out. I entered a power hour trade just before my last two contracts in my lunchtime were gonna get filled. So I never really entered due to price getting off center on a trade yet. Today it was mostly just because I either got stopped or I was getting ready to close out all my contracts, and so I was re-entering. So overall, pretty good day.
Good way to start the day. Good way to start the year. I mean, especially with this craziness. But the good thing about your style is you're just not going to get in until it settles down, right?
Right. And I did get a little bit from my puts, but I gave some back.
Oh, I forgot. I did hit both Ricks. I forgot to mention those. So I had my normal early Rick and late Rick. Early Rick hit its 35% profit target, and then late Rick hit its 45%. So those were nice little bonuses. Kind of a rare day when both my Ricks and my 1 DTE qualified, because VIX was down 0.46%. So my filter on my 1 DTE is down 0.5%. Oh, wait. Is that right? What is my 1 DTE? No, I'm sorry. It won't, never mind. It won't trigger if we are up, if the VIX is, hey, what is it? Now I'm confusing myself. Yeah, if the overnight gap has got to be great. Huh. Oh, I see what happened. Never mind. That's right. I forgot. I totally forgot. The TS, the trade steward VIX filter was a little bit slightly different than the real one. They have that little disparity. So anyway, my technically, if I was just looking at toss, well, no, that would have worked too. So anyway, rare occasion when both the Rick and the 1 DTE both fire and both are winners. And my last big tranche just got a double stop. I hit the put side on this down move. Kelvin, we were talking about this on the last power hour. I changed all my charts to grayscale because I was reading and listened to a guy talk about, green, psychologically, green is associated with greed or money, and red is associated with fear or negativity. And so by changing it to just kind of the grayscale, it kind of takes the emotion out of the charts. And so this is only my second day having them like this, and I gotta say I am liking it a lot. Elliot mentioned earlier his toss crashed and it popped back up and they turned back to green and red, and it was horrible. And I was literally 5 minutes before he posted that, I was thinking the same thing, because I've got my trade of 8 charts, which they don't let you change the colors, so they're still red and green. So I literally have to kind of hide it because it's I don't like looking at it anymore. So
Yeah, I've liked it today when trading TLC as well.
we've got this last contract left. Let's see, 557. It's currently at 77%. I'm just going to let it go. Just going to let it expire if it can not go crazy here at the end. My VRR could use another push to the upside. As far as individual stocks go, I mentioned, yeah, so I don't think I finished my thoughts. The reason I took that trade in NVIDIA, because on a relative basis, it was one of the strongest. See, it's still up 2% even after the sell-off. It's bounced back, but when it was up here, it was definitely one of the strongest compared to the S&P and NASDAQ and a lot of the other stocks. So my thought process was if SPX bounces, then NVIDIA's got a chance to kind of lead the way higher, but then it kind of fell apart. As far as other green stocks, Robinhood's up over 5%. I was looking at that one as well. Pinterest up almost 5. Lyft and Uber are both up almost 5. Coinbase up 3.5. All the crypto stocks up. Meta's up. CrowdStrike's up 1%. Amazon's barely green. On the red side, Tesla is getting hammered, down over 7%. Apple's down 3, Boeing's down 3. So kind of an even mix of red and green stocks. It is, Elliot. It's so relaxing. It's easy on the eyes.
But it was nice getting having some premium for TLC trades.
Yes, so nice. I mean, I didn't do any TLC, but just, yeah, premium in general for 0 DTE.
Yeah, I got the snowblower out of the shed this morning.
It's
Put it in
coming. I'm getting ready to put the blade on the side by side.
Yeah, snowblower moved from the shed in the backyard to the garage.
Yeah, I think what they're saying, like 14 to 20 inches. Is that what you're hearing? I haven't looked.
Yeah, I've heard like 8 inches in Kansas City and more to the north. Well, up closer to you, yeah, the further north you go.
All right, getting a little bounce here, back up towards 60, 58.60.
Yeah, I'd like to hit 40% here before it decides to push up.
Let's see, what kind of premium are we working with now? Man, still get 45 wide. No,
Yeah,
25,
man,
25 wide.
that's still a lot.
Expected moves only 12.5. See what we do here. I may add another one. I'd like it snuggle up to that expected move area and just fall asleep. I mean, I guess I could skew one a little bit higher, but then I get just a little pullback, I'd get hit. Ooh, I didn't know that was an option. How'd you do that? No. You're serious about the grayscale. You don't want any color on your screen. I like it. So let's see, where did you do that? I'm not seeing. Oh, I see on the right. Interesting. All right, so I think I'm gonna do a little Wooga-ish trade, skewed up a little bit. Ah, can't get filled. It's running away from me. I'll let it sit right here.
Yeah, I really need price to relax here and come back down.
Okay, there we go. I'm filled at 460. So I basically just did a little Wooga-like trade, but skewed up towards the expected move area. I didn't want to do it. Something with a stop on it, but here, I'll post this in my trade channel. Called a Wooga-ish. Yeah, I was looking at potential iron duck or a woodpecker type trade, a Bosch. Kind of wanted to see if this thing was going to base like it has, and it has. There we go. Still moving up. Back up to the expected move.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Back up to what was that? Tuesday's low. All right, now we need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, there goes my power hour trade. Stopped.
It's good for my VRR. Close above 70 would be ideal on that one. Although we may get rejected here. I think I'm gonna close one of these. Oops. Wrong account. Build at 530. All right, so that's gonna leave me with just my transformed one. So minimum profit of 180, max of 680 if we close above 58.65. All right. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I was going to look at a let's see. Let's go with the
All right. Well, plus 5,075 for me on TLC today. 3 trades.
Did you
Good
do a
way.
one DT?
Yeah, that's 75, minus $75. So plus 5,000 exactly. 4 trades.
Gotcha.
Good way to start.
Good way to start the year. So what I'm doing here is I'm just looking at the chart to see how I want to structure this, how much more room to the downside I would want to give it. All right, so I'm going to post this as soon as I get filled in the butterfly channel. All right, here we go. I like it. We got an upside profit of 735, max profit of 52.35. It gets down to around 57.40, which is the downside break even. I would close it. Put this way down here on the charts. Still got a couple of VRRs in VXX that expired January 17th. So we still got a little bit of time, but gonna need a vol contraction for those to benefit. Well, price did exactly what I wanted it to do for my little wooga centered around the expected move area where it's at right now. but SPX kind of looks like it wants to get a little frisky to the upside. Need it to just sit right here. So let's see, my last contract of my price action BIC, it needs price to settle down as well. My upper strike is the 75. Chad, are you done for the day? I mean, we still got 20 wide,
Yeah, I was looking at it,
35 minutes to go.
but I mean, it's been pretty one direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't not seen any consolidation yet, but
Nope.
VIX got up to about 19 and a half, back down under 18. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing some double calendars, but I am going to avoid the January 9th cycle, which tomorrow will be the 6-day options because the 9th is closed for Jimmy Carter's funeral. So I won't do a 3-6 or a 6-7. And I'm going to keep my other ones really light as well, but I will do some. Bitcoin back above 98,000. was trying to think of some different topics to talk about in Power Hour, when we have just kind of slow days. Like today, I would consider today a slow day. Like I'm trying to think of different topics to just have like a little 15-minute discussion on a topic. So if you guys have any ideas like that of things that you want to chat about, let me know. Just to keep the fun of Power Hour. Sometimes it gets a little dry if there's nothing to do. Figure we could have like a little at least a 15-20 minute segment on some specific topic. Yeah, like a book club. Exactly. Everybody go around the room and give their report. Yeah, we could definitely do some mindset stuff. Butterfly as a directional strategy. Okay. Just jotting down some notes here. But yeah. So if you guys think of anything else that you think would be a good topic of discussion, let me know as well. I'll start putting together some. We wouldn't do it on Friday because I'm usually pretty busy with double calendars in addition to, whatever I've got on in Power Hour. But some of the other days where it's a little bit slow, we'll just kind of have like a planned segment during Power Hour. Well, we're getting that little pause right there at the expected move area. That I was hoping for with my Wooga. I like that, Watson. I did a podcast episode on that. I think it was the one that Tim Weiss was on. We talked about shiny object syndrome. I haven't listened to that. Check that out. I will but yeah, that's a good topic that can always be readdressed. Oh, getting a push. And I was stopped out of my last price action big tranche. That's okay. That was a nice trade. I've just got my VRR and my Wooga. Sosnoff? I've done a couple of things with him a long time ago. I just don't know. Like all he does is sell naked strangles all day. I mean, I haven't listened to Tasty Trade in years, but I'm just not sure what he would bring. Oh, okay. Sheesh, something I've been struggling with is deciding when to pause backtest. Yeah, that's a great topic. That is a magic question. Jot that down. I did not have that on my list. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think everyone who uses backtest struggles with that one. And I specifically don't have any I don't have any specific criteria that I use. But no, that'd be a good discussion though. Well, that's a good one. Opt for dollar. I've got some good experience with that one. Position sizing. That's always a good one. No, well, act like we were pushing up right back to the expected move, right back to the 66, 65 level. What you want to do, Naughty Dog, is you want to always position size really small on your losing trades and position size really big on your winners. That's the key. You heard it here first. Well, now we're getting a little pullback. I need to stay up a little bit. Hey, Toby, I saw your message come in on Zoom. Do me a favor, post in the Zero DTE chat channel in Discord. Your question is it possible to do technical analysis on the VIX? Yeah, I mean, you can do technical analysis on anything that moves. Obviously, technical analysis is a pretty broad term, right? Indicators, support and resistance, trend lines. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but Yeah, and then yeah, Elliot mentioned too. I mean, volatility is mean reverting, whereas price is not. But maybe if you could clarify what you're more specifically what you mean. But yeah, I mean, if something moves, and something has a price and it moves, then theoretically you can do technical analysis on it. Now, whether that provides any value, that's a whole nother discussion. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's just as, I mean, that's just like guessing, is the S&P going to go up or down tomorrow? You can have assumption, but the key is to have a way to manage risk around that assumption. Like today, my assumption was when we came down and broke the lows in SPX of that December 20 low, I was waiting for price to kind of stabilize and see if it was going to bounce there, which I anticipated it would. And so I did that bullish VRR trade. But I had a very, very specific risk, right? If it got down to the 58.20 level, so if my thesis did not work out, I had a very specific amount I was willing to risk on that. And that has to be your thought process on every single trade. Like, what's my assumption? What am I willing to bet, essentially? What am I willing to bet that it's going to happen? And if it doesn't happen, there's my risk. And if it does, here's what that would look like. So, it's not about predicting. It's about finding lines in the sand to manage risk around. That's a good one, Lando. The thing about edge like that is like it doesn't go away, it just shifts, right? So like if selling premium, if the theoretical quote unquote edge in selling 0 DTE premium has eroded, well then that means buying premium or doing reverse iron condors has got to be rocking, right? And that's not always the case, but so yeah, that's good. That's a good topic though. I got that one noted as well. Yeah, I mean, definitely in end of 22 and into 2023, I do think a lot of that was, SPX dailies only started in May of 2022. So it took the market makers a while to um, understand how they should be priced. And we had the whole COVID thing right at the same time. So it's kind of I don't want to say a perfect storm, but it was kind of a storm that created a situation where, those of us who kind of got started in 2022 and 2023 probably got a little spoiled to begin with. Got 17 minutes to go. Haven't even checked the butterflies. I assume they're still cheap. Oh yeah, they're gonna be cheap. 65 fly is trading for maybe 70 cents. Any deadlier virus in China right now? Oh, great. I mean, there's a lot of things more deadly than COVID, so I guess there's a little perspective there, but loving this little 65 area. Let's hope it just expires right there. Actually, I would take 70. No, above 65, yeah. That would work. 65, 70, somewhere in there. My 1 DTE transformed for tomorrow needs below 45. That's Calvin, that's strike offset. So on the put side, that means you're selling the put 1 strike or 5 points below the money. You're selling the call strike 5 points above the money. And then the longs are 15 points away from the ones you sold. So if you look in the back test, those are probably, I assume those are linked. So if you have a strike offset, the other one is in relation to that one. So it's not, in other words, it's not 15 points below the money. It's 15 points below. Your long put is 15 points below the short put. I posted in the trade plans channel. No new updates. I'm sticking with the same plan that I did for December. So all those strategies are still the same, both for calendars and 0 DTE stuff.
As anybody ran a Wooga back test with all of 2023 data?
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Like, some of my tests were from April of 23, I think, because there was a VIX filter of it, it had to be below 18. I mean, that's kind of how it originally was. And so the VIX was above 18 extended before that. So if you have a VIX filter like that, like a maximum VIX of 18, because it was kind of, first started trading it as kind of a low VIX alternative. And so before April of 18, or before April of 23, the VIX was still high. So there just wasn't any, it didn't qualify. But yeah, if some of those tests, if you go back further, like back to when SPX Daily started, the performance is not great. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, I just haven't seen an updated Wooga. I think the dates on the one I saw was like through 2023. I'm sorry, through end of last year, not this year.
Gotcha. I definitely like to do them when it's an up day, when SPX is up at least 0.2% from the open. All right, we're back up to 68. Right in the sweet spot. Wooga's had a rough December. It'll be nice if Wooga can fire off the new year with a win. Actually, I'm over 50%. I need to close half. Did not put a profit target in. Go filled on 2 of 4 at $1.80. Oh, thank you, Elliot. Was not paying attention. MOC plus 300 million buy side. Let's just sleep into the close. Go to sleep. I don't think we're going to get a Mahomes off here. $70 butterfly is trading for, oh, now we're down closer to 65. $65 butterfly is just, let's see, where is it? $1.10 maybe? $1.15? Less than 7 minutes. Wooga is centered. VRR is in max profit territory. So my BICs are going to be a little bit red, but everything else, I don't think I had any other losing trades. All right, down to 62. 5 minutes to go. It's where the rubber meets the road, my friends. This is where Woogas go to live or die. The last few minutes. $65 butterfly. Let's see. Might be Mahomes might be in play. Oh boy, 70. I was kind of thinking I wouldn't even play it, but I'll work a 70 fly. At 3.5 minutes. Three minutes. I think I'm going to cancel. I think we're just going to sleep on this expected move area. No Mahomes. Just trying to pin a Wooga. Pin a Wooga and pin a VRR. Above 65 would be ideal. Sitting at 67. Sitting at 65. Anybody get filled on a Mahomes fly? I think maybe a 65 would have filled now. 68. Less than a minute. 69. So if you got filled on a 65, you're looking pretty good. Over 70. And back down to 65. Just like that. Keep your head up. I need a 65 print. 10 seconds. 69, 70. Ding, ding, ding. My toss bell was a little delayed. 5868.66. Perfect. Good day, kids. Good day. Good day. Good way to start the year. Hope everybody had a good day. All right, all. No live stream in the morning tomorrow morning, but we will be back for Power Hour. So look forward to that. Take care. Have a good night. Cheers.